2016. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. Yesterday, the Indiana primary was held, and it now appears fairly certain that the Republican nominee for president will be Donald Trump. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, his primary opponent, withdrew from the race after the results were known. Trump won Indiana handily. He's likely going to be running against Hillary Clinton, who, even though she came in second to Bernie Sanders in Indiana, has an overwhelming lead in delegates. Regulators are going to announce today that at least 35 million more airbags are going to be required to be recalled by Takata, a Japanese corporation that produces airbags. This will now more than double the number of airbags that have been recalled, which is already the largest automotive recall in American history. At least 11 deaths worldwide have been linked to unexpected explosions from the airbags when they explode inside the passenger compartments. Now at least 1 in 4 of the 250 million American vehicles on the road have these problematic airbags in them. The difficulty apparently is the use of a compound by Takata called ammonium nitrate, which can become unstable over time when it's exposed to moisture. In an analysis published by the British Medical Journal yesterday, apparently now the third leading cause of death in the United States are medical errors. 251,000 people a year are killed by mistakes made in healthcare facilities, hospitals, and by physicians. These are more deaths than respiratory disease, accidents, stroke, and Alzheimer's disease. Martin Makary, a professor of surgery at Johns Hopkins University who led the study, said it boils down to people dying from the care that they receive rather than from the disease for which they're being treated. The calculation breaks down to about 700 people a day dying as a result of medical errors, or about 9.5% of all deaths in the U.S. annually. In a scene that sounds like it's coming out of a Hollywood action movie, the entire 80,000 person population of a Canadian city called Fort McMurray in Alberta, Canada, have been ordered to evacuate their homes as a massive wildfire raging in Alberta's province's oil sands region is approaching the town. 80,000 residents have been ordered to move out. The damage in the town has been extensive so far. Gas stations are exploding one after another. A hotel has burned down. A number of the city's many motorhome parks have been burnt to a crisp. This is the largest evacuation in Canadian history. The airport remains open. The hospital is closed. The authorities are now talking about an airlift, possibly, for these 80,000 residents to get them out of harm's way. Federal prosecutors in Brazil have filed a $43 billion civil lawsuit against iron miner Samarco Corporation and its owners BHP Billiton and Vale. This is as a result of the dam break that caused pollutants to come into a river earlier this year, polluting the river and then killing 19 million people. The Australian company BHP Billiton had seen its shares fall 9% overnight in trading after the lawsuit was announced. The lawsuit was 359 pages in length. Brazilian prosecutors say that they used the BP oil rig disaster in the Gulf of Mexico as a guide in seeking their damages. Bloomberg is reporting that prosecutors are demanding an initial payment of $2.25 billion within 30 days. Heavy rains are once again inundating Southeastern Europe, which was just hit about 6 weeks ago. Swollen rivers are threatening to break their banks in places as the steady rain continues. Flood warnings have been issued in Bulgaria, eastern Greece, and along Turkey's west coast. Much of this area, unfortunately, is now inhabited by refugees, so this is not going to help their plight. 6 people were killed in a coal mine blast in southwestern China's Yunnan province yesterday. The blast occurred at the Shaba coal mine in Yanjin County. No reports of what the cause of the explosion was due to. Apple has lost a trademark fight in China, meaning a company that sells handbags and other leather goods can continue to use the name iPhone. The Beijing Municipal High People's Court ruled in favor of Xintang Tiandi Technology. They sell handbags, mobile phone cases, and other leather goods branded with the name iPhone, which of course is close to Apple's iPhone trademark. Apple first contested the leather company's use of their trademark in 2012. They filed a lawsuit. The lower court ruled against Apple, saying that the Chinese leather company had received its designation and its trademark in 2007, before Apple's iPhone was well known in China. Apple began to sell iPhones in China in 2009. The ruling comes just a week or so after Apple's latest quarterly results showed a 13% drop in revenue on, guess what, slower iPhone sales. Sales in China dipped by 26%. They say the competition is good, but in this case, the leather company is not making iPhones. So I wouldn't make too terribly much about this, but there have been other articles about Chinese consumers purchasing other mobile phones that are being produced by Chinese manufacturers. Interesting. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.